Shalom, family. I just wanted to let you all know that the following video presentation contains a lot of satire, and I'm doing this because sometimes you need a little sarcasm and satire to drive home a point. So for those of you who are more serious-minded and you don't think you can stand a little sarcasm or satire, this may not be the video for you, but I will be doing a number of these as often as I can, because sometimes, as I stated before, a little bit of satire is required to drive home a point. Shalom. Massa, I just wanted to let you know that I got my daily coon report for you. Today, here's what I did today for you, Massa. I insulted a lot of black folk, because, black folk, we inferior. Massa, and I just really want to drive that point home, because a lot of these coons out here, they trying to measure up to you, Massa, and ain't no way they can measure up to you, Massa. You know that Trayvon Martin character. I did a video for you, Massa, and I was telling everybody how he wasn't nothing but a thug, and he got what he deserved, and all these coons, they do just like you said, Massa. You know what they start doing under my video, Massa? They were making all these comments calling me a sellout. You know what I'm saying, Massa? And I said, see, that's what Massa talking about right there. Them kind of Negroes right there, them kind of coons that are always bucking against the system. And I told them, you can't be bucking against the system, Massa. And so I hope you're proud of me. I hope you're proud of me, Massa, because I do my best to try to please you, Massa, because I know you the best. You good to me, Massa. You real good to me. As a matter of fact, you so good to me that I agree with you. I agree with everything you got to say, Massa, about these coons. They always marching and singing and kumbayaing and all this stuff, hollering about they want justice. What you mean you want justice? Massa, good to us. Ain't no racism left in this country, Massa. I be trying to tell them, but they don't believe me, because, the fact that we got black president, we get, let me see, Massa, what does Massa do for us? Last week, it was like 400 black folk that was beat or lynched by the police, but this week it was only 300. So I told them Negroes, see, things getting better. It wasn't as many this week, but they always got something to complain about. And they always like to reach way back, like to 2003. And pull up something that some white guy did to a black person. And I say, you can't be reaching way back, getting that stuff. That stuff is in the past, y'all. This is 2013, not 2003. But Massa, these coons, they always trying to make it seem like, trying to make a mountain out of a molehill, Massa. But I always put them in place. I always tell them, you're making it bad for the rest of us. You make Massa mad with all that whining and complaining about this, that, and the other. I mean, the way I look at things, Massa, y'all giving us food stamps and everything, and what else you give us, Massa? You give us education? Is that what you call it, Massa? I'm sorry if I'm not pronouncing it right, but y'all teach us and everything, Massa. That's why I be trying to tell these ungrateful Negroes that y'all good to us. Y'all good to us. The crime against black people ain't as bad. As a matter of fact, we crime more to each other than than you do. But we always complaining about stuff, and I just really wish our people would just learn how to be quiet and stop blaming and accusing Massa for everything that goes wrong in our life. I mean, look at me. I got my own YouTuber where I just do all of this cooning all the time, and Massa pay me through Google ads, because I get a lot of white folks come on my channel, and they always pat me on my head and congratulate me. I love those kind of congratulations from all of the descendants of Massa. I love congratulations. They be on my videos. Every time I do a video about how how ornery black women are, and how ignorant they are, and how they wear weaves all cocked to the side and stuff. I get all these beautiful white women come on my page and telling me what a good job I'm doing. You know, they always tell me I'm doing a good job. And you know, on the Trayvon video, the Trayvon Martin video I did, when I was talking about how much of a thug he was and that George is my hero, when I do those kind of videos, I get all kind of white folk come on my page and saying, now that's a black person that folk ought to listen to. You know, that make me feel real good inside, Massa. It make me feel real good inside when y'all can acknowledge me and make me feel good about myself, because I'm doing something to try to enact change in the black community. I'm trying to get them to, you know, be more in tune with what's going on. You know, see, what's really going on in the black community is that we ain't assimilating enough. We live in America, so we need to try to be just like Americans. I mean, if they killing black folk, we should kill them too. You know what I'm saying? I mean, the bad ones anyway. I mean, please don't come after me, Master. Don't confuse me with one of those over there, because I'm one of the good ones. You know, I tell it like it is. You know, black people commit all these crimes. You know, one of them Negroes, you know what they told me? They told me to go to the FBI website and look at the crime statistics, and that I'm going to be surprised and shocked at what I find. And so I have a feeling that the FBI.gov website is really ran by a black person. You know why I say one of these coons? Because it actually showed that most of the crime is being committed by white people. I don't believe that. I don't believe that, Massa. I really don't believe that. So FBI website is probably really one of them upset Negroes who just want other people to believe that the white man commit most of the crimes. But you know, Massa, hold on one second. Let me see who this is, Massa. Let me see who this is. Hold on one second, Massa. I'll be right back. I got to get this other call. It was nobody, Massa. It was just one of those telemarketing companies or whatever. But anyway, Black, I don't even know where I left off, but anyway, Massa, am I doing good? I just want to make sure I get all the praise that you can offer me for the work that I do for you, Massa. I just want to make sure. Oh, I was talking about the FBI website. I really do believe that it's a black person make that site, because they want everybody to believe that the white folk do all the crimes, when everybody know that it's black folk. I mean, look at the news. Look at the news. The news proves who do all the crime. You know what I'm saying? And then, you know, I get these Negroes who try to tell me that a lot of the news is made up and fabricated. I mean, our government wouldn't let nothing like that happen. They wouldn't let no fake news come across the booth tube. So, see, these people, they just making up stuff now, you know? And I believe a lot of these police shootings where say a black man that was unarmed was shot down by a white police officer. You know what I really believe is happening? I bet it's black police officers shooting white men and white teenagers, and they just try to flip it around and try to make it seem like it's happening to black folk. I don't believe that, because Massa too good. Massa's so good to us. Massa is so good to us. We got all these crops, GMO crops, growing around the country, so to make sure everybody get fed. And they try to say GMO means genetically modified and that it ain't good for you. But you know what I believe GMO mean? I believe GMO means good massa, good massa, whatever. I don't know what the O could mean, but it got to be good because it's coming from massa, you know? All of this food that they giving. And, you know, sometimes I get a little sick when I eat this stuff. You know, I might throw up a little bit. But it's probably because this black skin that I got, I can't get it off. So that's probably what's ailing me, the fact that I got the black skin, but not the fact that Massa give me bad food, because I don't believe in bad food that Massa give me, because Massa love me. So, you know, I'm doing my job, Massa. Anytime you want to cut into this conversation, feel free to do so, Massa. I just want to make sure I'm making you happy and that you're proud of me. I'm going on my coon report, my coon investigation later on, to see if I can find some other stuff on these ignorant the ignorant black folk, you know, because there's only a few of us good ones out here. You know, there's a few channels on YouTube where, you know, people just like me going around finding all the bad news we can on these black folk just to prove the white man wrong, just to prove you, I'm sorry, to prove you right, Massa. We're going around finding all the bad stuff on these coons to prove you right. Because your statistics never lie. I mean, or should I say, your commercials and your movies and your radio reports and your news articles and all of this stuff never lies. The black man is the problem with society. The black woman is the problem with society. And I think it's very important that people like me keep that at the forefront. We need to make sure that the whole world know that these ignorant coon Negroes are out of control. You know, the whole world needs to know this. And guess what, Massa? As an extra bonus, you know, this is overtime. You ain't even got to pay me for this, Massa. As bonus, I'll make sure that I praise you extra and hide reports. I won't talk about when y'all just be kicking our doors in and, you know, coming in and dragging people out, arresting them for bogus charges. I won't talk about that stuff because people don't need to know that. I won't talk about how y'all came in and just put the drugs in the black neighborhoods to try to tear our families up. No, Master, I'm going to help you bury that. I'm going to help you hide your shame, Master. And I'm going to make sure that I keep our shame at the forefront. Maybe that'll straighten these Negroes out if people like me and, you know, a few others of us, well, actually quite a few of us on YouTube that make sure everybody know how ratchet the black race is. You know, we got to make sure that people know that these are some ignorant, nappy-head, weave-wearing people that can only be dealt with violence. You know, long as you don't be violent toward me, Master, long as I keep on sniffing after you and getting high off of your fumes. You know what I'm trying to say, Master. I ain't going to say the word. I just get high off of it. And that's what keeps me going. Just knowing that I'm pleasing you, Master. Just knowing that I'm pleasing you. And if that means a couple of little kids, like the little girl, the 7-year-old girl in Detroit, got to die because some white police officer got a little bit too excited, they got to understand he was just doing the job. He was just doing the job. You know, and that little Trayvon, they keep talking about the iced tea and the Skittles, the iced tea and the Skittles. I'm so tired of hearing Negroes talking about the iced tea and the Skittles. When George Zimmerman approached Trayvon, he should have, you know, they were talking about that. Show me your papers, Negroes. He should have just showed George his papers. George would have left him alone if he just did what George said do. And now I know they're trying to say George ain't white or whatever, but he got that white skin just like you, and the stringy hair and all of that. So that means he's superior. He our master too. So we need to do what he say do. Trayvon didn't do what Master said do. That's why he got himself killed. He got himself killed. And you know, they were trying to talk about, well, he had a right to stand his ground too. No, you can't stand your ground against Master. You know, a lot of black folk, they talk about that Nat Turner guy, talking about he was standing his ground. You know, he's a disgrace to Negro history. How dare you rise up against Massa and try to fight for your rights to freedom? Who do you think you are, Negro? That's why you dead today. You got to go with the punches, roll with the flow, however that saying go. Y'all know what I'm trying to say, Massa. You know, Nat Turner, that's why he gone, because he didn't just be a slave like you wanted. We got to be good little slaves. Whenever Master tell us to do something, just do it. Even though they doing all kinds of things, you know, even though Zimmerman got off of his little crime and this one got off of that crime and police officers constantly shooting. The only reason why they be shooting and killing black men and even black women these days is because we ain't doing what we supposed to do. We supposed to be obedient little coons, but we ain't doing that. And the minute you get to kicking and bucking against Massa, this what gonna happen. You're gonna get shot by the police. And you can tell who's right in every situation, even though this one didn't have no gun. You know how I can tell Massa was right in doing what he did in every case? Because the police department said so. Their bosses said that it was a justified killing. So you see, that's my proof right there to these Negroes who be trying to talk that stuff about justice. What do you mean justice? These people are the head of the Justice Department and the head of the police department. And their job is to protect the whole world from Negroes and coons like y'all, the bad Negroes. And so, Massa, I just hope I'm doing a good job and keep trying to keep Negroes in check by telling everybody how bad they are and talking about the black woman, how she dressed and stuff, and how these thugs be out here making you rap songs and people trying to teach stuff to folk that ain't got no business being taught to them. We don't need to dwell on the past. Something that happened last year is the past, y'all. It's the past. So what if a couple hundred Negroes got killed by cops, unarmed Negroes? And then y'all talking about maybe we should arm ourselves? Why? There's already too many guns in the country. All the other Negroes don't need guns too. Massa got enough. So if the people from the other country come and invade the land, all the white folks got enough guns to fight for all of us. And see, that's the part these Negroes don't get, Massa. I be trying to tell them, y'all got enough guns that if other countries try to invade our land, y'all can blow them away. We don't have to get nothing to protect ourselves, because Massa gonna protect it, because Massa love us. Well, that's all I got for my coon report today, Massa. I just want to make sure that I'm doing my job, and hopefully you got a bone for me later on today, because I love it when you give a dog a bone and pat me on my head and tell me I do good job. That make me feel all bubbly inside, Massa. It make me feel so good inside when you pat me on my head and tell me that I did a good job. That's all I live for, is to please you. I don't care what these other Negroes say. You good to me, Massa. And I'm going to keep on being good to you.